Hi, thanks for stopping by. I have a few slides for y'all. Shouldn't take long, less than 5 minutes. Let's get into it. This is an update for the calendar invite server. The calendar invite server is something we built on AWS. I'm showing 3 generated schedules. These generated schedules are actually done with one click. We basically take data off the calendar invite server and we visualize these schedules in one click, and you share them with customers. Customers select which games they want. They click one button. They put their email address at the top. You can see for NBA, MLB, NFL, they're all the same. Somebody inserts their email address at the top. They scroll. They find the games they want. They click one button. They get a calendar invite. That calendar invite has ticket, merch, or third-party information into it. And then you, the organizer, can update that information in the pipeline and then further encourage them to get tickets for games, merchandise, or third-party promotions in which your third-party vendors are working with you in cooperation to promote the events themselves. So let's get started. How do we get data into these 3 independent calendars? Well, it's real simple. Upload the data onto a personal or business calendar. That could be for Google or Outlook. We ingest the information by using the calendar client itself as a CRUD machine for create, read, update, and delete. That means we can dump data off to this box on the internet. This box on the internet is a SES box, a simple email service box by AWS. Behind that is an ETL pipeline. We take this data in the inbound processor, we deconstruct it, we put it in DynamoDB, and then we make it available for our calendar invite server APIs to be used with front-end applications like this upcoming event page I have displayed here for the NBA. Somebody comes by, inserts their email address in it. They click one button here. We embed the particular UIDs for the independent NFL, MLB, and NBA games into these pages. Customers click one button, they get a calendar invite, and then we track all that information here in the organizer snapshot in the dashboard. And then a customer gets a nice, appropriate calendar invite to their own calendar, and then we track the RSVP receipt data back, and then you, the organizer, can update your original calendar, and then this pipeline basically follows a linear path and updates any content on the pages as well as anybody downstream that has received the calendar invites themselves. The way these one-click page schedules are operated and generated are with a piece of tech we built on the front end called Calendar Snack. Calendar Snack essentially lights up all our APIs and visualizes the data so somebody can come in and configure these schedules in one click. That's part of our tech stack that we give away the front end and the back end, or Phoebe as we call it. So you get a front end stack and the back end stack. The front end are a bunch of Vue.js and React pages. Single page apps, if you will, SPAs. And the backend obviously is administrated with APIs. When you install the calendar invite server on AWS, this automated stack is available for your team and developers to snap together in less than 1 hour. And then you're off and running with these advanced abilities to promote your events in schedule-like formation in a month or day, week calendars. And people come by, insert their email address, get the calendar invites as you see there. So the way it's configured here conceptually is the multi-event landing page. You'll hit a shareable sports page within the calendar snack engine. As I'm showing you here, you'll configure your page. You can do numerous things, colorize, put logos in it, etc. You can preview those and then share it with your community. As I'm showing here, example, Mandy puts her email address in, clicks which game she wants to go to, and then those games are sent to her calendar. So simply put, if I highlight again, we just walk through workflow, insert email address, click the button, get the calendar invite. That simple. Now the REST API, which we have, which is our magic piece of secret sauce, you can see here that these REST APIs are per dependent for the UID. That UID is sitting in the background. When somebody clicks on it, we actually originate the calendar invite from scratch using AWS SES raw API. We actually gather the data out of DynamoDB, come up with these one-off counter invites by the UID, so anybody in a dynamic fashion can display these games in these schedules, as well as somebody downstream can pick out and select which dates they want to get the counter invite for, and those are auto-generated for the customers. So what happens on the back end, anytime anybody subscribes, or I should say gets a counter invite independently, is we're tracking that with our endpoint. And what happens is that the data is sent back to an API gateway. We gather counter invite receipts, and those are matched up in the reporting dashboard on a per event basis. So we're requesting basically an action by the participant. And this is part of our secret sauce, why the counter invite data can be collected from millions of people downstream using these scheduled pages. So wanted to show you all here that the counter invites for one event are very detailed at a granular level. You can, as the organizer, get an email report with specifics about who stopped by, got a counter invite, and what status they're in. We break that all down for an all events. So an all event view for the organizer could be everything they've ever sent with a counter invite server. In this case, here's an organizer snapshot. There are 244 invites sent out, 74 RSVP back, 30% response rate. That data is visualized here in the panel. So we come from individual to organizer, and the organizer can be anybody that signs up for the service. Now, what happens when somebody wants to update it, they just go back into the original calendar, which they sent to the create service, and that REST API can be auto-magically updated. So in this case here, I'm showing that Zach is the organizer. He updated some information in here that essentially said merch offer to booth 393. So conceptually, somebody downstream that got the calendar invite as well as this page, got off this page, that data is updated because our pipeline auto ingests the updated information based on that UID. So we're pushing an update 1, merch offer booth 393 at the game only for 25% off. So we inject that back into the pipeline, and then somebody downstream with the edit and then the save, what would happen is somebody like Mandy, because she got the original calendar invite, and Zach's here on the left actually updating it as the organizer, that push is directly to anybody downstream, such as Mandy, the customer. And so she receives the new information on her calendar, and she can say yes, no, maybe. So and then we recollect that data again based on the updated information back in the organizer's dashboard as I'm displaying here. And we update the calendar invite based on the update version that Mandy just received, and we collect her data. So this is kind of the last slide, which basically shows that under the domain in which you register the calendar invite server on with the AWS SES, we're collecting all data from all organizers that have been provisioned in the system. So in this system here, in this calendar invite server, you can see over here to the left, we sent out nearly 300,000 calendar invites. We received 72,000 back from the wild. This is a data collection of our current free product that we're testing and constantly improving that shows that we've had 4,000 customers globally use this product. And specifically, we can homogenize all the independent organizers downstream under one OU, if you will, under the domain. And we have a very elaborate reporting system. I won't go into too much as I'm going to shut down the demo. Thanks for stopping by here on March 21st, 2026. Thanks.